by popular demand, we back. We back. Really quick, while I'm getting this music pulled up, I just want to thank everybody for all the likes, the comments, the shares. This shit been going crazy in the past 3 weeks. What's crazy about it is we actually have 2 episodes that we could not put out because the audio was fucked up. The audio was messed up. We couldn't put those episodes out. So this is actually episode 3. But God willing, this episode actually comes out. Should be on
run smoothly.
Spotify, Apple. You should see it on YouTube. You should see it everywhere. So really just appreciate all the subscribers. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram,
Spotify,
Twitter. Yeah, Spotify. Coming soon. So just appreciate everybody. So right now, we gotta. Whew.
Yes, sir.
Bro, this shit was different.
Oh man,
it was different.
He was in his bag. You can't turn that up,
man. Let me see that. Yeah.
He hadn't done nothing like this in a minute, bro.
Bro, this shit was hitting in the car.
Yeah, man.
Whew. Sorry for YouTube. I have to cut this audio out, but shit. Y'all know what time it is. Hendrix.
They might not.
Woo. Hey.
You know the whole thing had to go since the intro was this hard.
Hold up. What did he just say? I got fentanyl in my diamonds?
Man.
This nigga Hendrix. Let me.
You about to have everybody doing drugs again.
Shout out to Pluto.
Shout out.
Shout out to Pluto. I'm gonna have to apologize to my girl.
Why you say that?
Bro, it's Pluto. Look what he make you do. I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah,
Get me in fucking trouble.
Joke.
It's a joke. But he really him. So
you heard that Valentine track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I Never Liked You.
Album.
16 songs in length. Collaborations alongside notably Drake, Kanye West. Bro, ESTG, that nigga feature is actually my favorite one on the entire project.
He went off.
That nigga was flowing.
They say he always go off though.
He really do. Yeah. So this may be early to say, but I Never Liked You, for me, this is a top 3 Future project. Because I feel like it had the best aspects of all his album. Like, I feel like he hasn't done anything.
That's exactly what he did.
Yes.
And he mastered it.
He did. It hasn't been.
Because I haven't felt anything like this since Hendrix.
Hendrix, that's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Since DS2. And I might be speaking out of turn. But at least Monster. I do think this may be better than Monster. Got to give it some more time. You got to let it breathe. A lot of production on this, which I thought was amazing. Some of it was handled by TM88 and Wheezy. But ATL Jacob, man, shout out to you. Because you killed this shit. Definitely. You produced a lot of this album, and you put your foot in it. Hold up. I gotta get a bit of that. This my other little favorite one.
It's the one for you? It's the main one for you?
Besides me. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Right. Mm. Bitch
Yeah.
inspired me. Hey.
I'm surprised Drake didn't hop on this one.
Yo.
Here they come. Yeah.
Hey. Drake.
Yeah. He would have been perfect for that one.
He would have ran this.
Yeah.
I can't even lie. He would definitely ran it. That's actually super, super, super nuts. All right. So my favorite song on here is probably the intro. So
Yeah.
7:12 p.m. It's funny that he did the little time thing.
Mhm.
I thought that was like a little Drake thing that he was doing.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, that shit is dope. That beat was so fire because of the sample. Now, that wasn't ATL Jacob. That was Moon, Mozart Beats, TM88, and Wheezy. But there was a sample from they had this like anonymous singing idol, and she has she has some songs in like anime and video games. I can't think of the name right now.
You know where she's from?
No, this is actually like I think they call it a Vocaloid.
Oh, okay.
It's not even an actual person. It's
Dang.
just an idol that they created, just digital, and they just used this voice and the sonics. And I mean, it's on a bunch of
Is it mainly for animated series or?
video games, anime, just music.
Gotcha.
But it's really, really dope. Hatsune Miku, a Vocaloid software voice bank, and she's a virtual idol. They sampled that for that song, for that intro. That shit's so hard. So that actually just made me love it that much more. And I gotta get one more. You know what my favorite Toxic track? You already know what that is. Wait for you.
I don't know. Chickens?
No, wait for you.
Oh, wait for you to track.
Why she had me shake his hand if she knew that I was?
Hey, man.
Man, why she do that?
I was listening to that and yeah, I felt that for a minute.
I felt that too. I
felt that.
Man, why she do that?
And that's Drake.
That man.
Could you imagine a regular nigga? Man.
I mean, I can because it's happened.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna dap that nigga up.
You doing that to Drake? Oh man, yeah. Stop. I know what you doing. Stop.
No, I'm gonna dap that nigga up. He
Yeah,
cool.
cut that out. Yeah, nah.
He cool. We go to the same barber.
Oh man. Yo.
That means you want to rap. I heard you.
Yeah.
Nigga say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why you do that, man? You knew you was fucking him. What? You was broke.
In his bag.
Hey, okay. You know what my favorite part of the song was? There was a line that was there was the perfect like contrast. If you just heard what Drake just said, Future said, "I can hear your tears when they drop over the phone. Get
Yeah.
mad at yourself because you can't leave me alone."
Mm-hmm.
And then Drake flips it,
Yeah.
so he can still hear your tears when they drop over the phone, but he gets mad at himself because he can't leave you alone. The duality there was actually fire. I don't know if anybody caught that. That was super fire. My favorite part And my favorite line, I think, of, not gonna say the album,
Man, I was
but
about to say too
definitely
many.
of that. Man, it's too
Way
many.
too many.
And I ain't even do.
Hey, that Kodak hook,
Yeah.
bro, you gotta put that on for me.
Let me just put that.
That's
All right, man.
y'all
I
sleeping
said
on
one
Kodak.
more, and I'm sorry to the people on YouTube. Y'all can't hear this, but man,
Y'all sleeping on Kodak.
this shit. And they don't think that Kodak is a conscious rapper.
Man, all he rap about is pain. That's all he rap about.
Oh my gosh.
I like the way they sound together.
This
I
shit
want Kodak to get a verse next time.
Hey, I just thought about this. Okay, so Future dropping.
Yeah.
We got a Kendrick album dropping. Bro, is summer gonna be lit?
It's setting it up, and you know the rollouts.
The summer is.
Now, a lot of people said that about last year. It may not.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
some people
last year
may
was
drop
kind
the
of.
ball. You never
Last
know.
year was kind of light, and,
Yeah.
and niggas definitely did drop the ball. But I think for summer, I think we good. I've been looking at some of these festivals, some of these shows. The lineups are looking nice. Everything's looking good. It's gonna be hot outside. I'm out. I've been working out. I've been working out. 6-pack on deck. I'm ready. I'm coming out. I probably have not been out in about 3 summers. I've been humble. I'm coming out. I ain't playing with y'all. I'm getting out here this summer. All right. And I'm definitely coming with all the Future energy. I'm coming with it.
With the top down.
Nigga, I'm coming with it. With the top down. Yeah, I'm about to come different. Can't wait for it. Shout out to Future. It's a great album, a great project.
Amazing.
From what I was looking
what
at.
What would you give it out of 10?
A 7.
I was gonna say 8.
A strong 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was a great project. I'm not going to say that it was the best one.
No.
But it was definitely.
I feel like he could have had a little bit more pain into it. More about relationships. And he had like a little bit of that. But most of it is flexing. I mean, it's Future.
It was a mixed bag, yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that because it gives me a lot of versatility in the album. I did read some articles that were saying that there might be a deluxe of this album coming out.
I read one saying the same thing.
Oh, coming out possibly Monday.
By next week, yeah. Oh, tomorrow's.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But if not, I also heard, and it's, you know what, if it's not confirmed, I really can't say that it's gonna be true. But let's just hope. He may do a second album this year, either like another Ape Shit or another Monster series.
Sounds like he's trying to get off the label.
I heard Hendrix too. You know what's funny? When he did the Future album and he did the Hendrix album back to back,
yeah,
that wasn't just to do it. It was because he was trying to actually fulfill a contract.
That's what I'm saying.
So who knows what that might entail. The last project that he had was the one with him and Lil Uzi, I think. So it's been like a year and a half, if we gonna estimate roughly 2 years. So he been relatively quiet besides features.
I mean, he's been cooking up. That's why. So,
that's why I'm hoping he got some more.
Yeah, that would be nice.
This guy, he got a lot in the tuck. We seen him. He come ready, full clip.
Man,
he got it. So he probably got a lot more. I don't think that this was just it. Because this, to me, just seemed like the introduction. It seemed like, I'm just getting y'all ready for this next leg. So, man, shout out to Future. Great project. To be honest, I wish I could sit here and just play the whole thing. Can't do that. Because we got to get to some more topics. Let me see where we at. Oh, man. Okay, that's perfect.
21.
All right. So, I got a segue into the next one, but I have to get started with this. So this was not new information, but it was information that I thought was important to rehash. So 21 Savage is one of the few rappers to own their masters because he leveraged a record deal that gave him 100% ownership. 100% ownership.
They don't know what that means.
Not at all. So I'm just going to get a quote out that he had during an interview. So he said, I had a platinum album before I signed my deal. You see what I'm saying? So I own my masters. I own my masters right now. Every song you ever heard, I own it. He confirmed that his splits were 70-30. They were splits with his label. So even though he's doing a 70-30 split, as long as he's signed with this label, he will recoup the 70%. They will get 30, but he owns the masters of those records. So they're going to get that for however much time they're going to get that. However, for the entirety of these records, he will own 100%
his catalog
of the music. Yeah. So what he was also saying in this, which I thought was amazing, he makes more money off of his catalog than he does off of touring, which a lot of rappers can't say.
It's opposite usually.
Yeah.
It's usually opposite.
And that's a big deal. So
that's why he just be sitting back doing nothing, you know.
Oh, he chilling. He don't have to. So he signed with L.A. Reid over at Epic, all right, where he was able to retain that 100% ownership of his masters. And that just goes to show you when you're getting with the right people, you're looking at the right business, and you're able to execute on that, you can get your fair share, which led me to an article by djbooth.net. And shout out to djbooth.net. I like them because a lot of the things that they write about are not like the salacious headlines. It's just usually opinionated or something informational for usually up and coming artists. So this was an article written by Brian Z. Shout out to Brian Z. The first thing you should do after receiving a $1 million advance. So if a major record label was to sign you for $1 million right now, what's the first thing that you would do?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. And so most people, I would think, $1 million, if you never had anything at all, we doing what?
No, I got to sit down.
New car?
No, I got to sit down. No.
You ain't get no buzz down?
I'm cool.
No?
Nope.
You ain't gonna go
nope.
Club?
Nope.
No?
Nope. If anything, I'm gonna disappear for a little bit.
Aw, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this album ready.
All right. So from this article, before we get into what an artist should do with that sum of money they receive from that label, they want to define exactly what an advance is and explain how it works. So an advance is a prepayment of royalties, though it's correct to think of it as a check or in-pocket money that an artist will receive when they sign a record contract. So as advance, that term means much more. It's shorthand for your royalties, meaning that the payment represents a portion of the artist's future earnings. So the money that you're getting is already a portion of what they expect you to make in the future. In a record deal, advances are non-returnable. The artist will never have to pay back the label. In fact, the record company will define almost every cost in connection with an artist as an advance, whether paid directly to the artist or a third party on their behalf. So if an advance is a prepayment of royalties and a royalty is a share of the proceeds from the sales, then an advance is money paid to the artist before anything has been earned. It's a loan, fam. It's a loan.
Okay.
They're giving you a loan.
Now, is it required for you to, after your first project, get that money back and pay them? Or is it okay with doing it album by album, building up basically your career and catalog?
So the record label will agree to give you that loan with no collateral.
Gotcha.
With the understanding that this money is not free, nor is it a signing bonus, okay? The record label requires you to pay them back, literally, and they break down how much money they expect you to pay them back. Now,
that's what I was asking.
Cool. So they do have an expectation of how much they expect you to make.
And how fast.
And how fast they expect you to make it.
Gotcha.
And each contract is different because not everybody will get $1 million. And a lot of these, that's why they call them 360 deals, because the money that you're getting, you literally go right back.
Right.
So one thing that a lot of people don't talk about is, if I had $1 million right now, you don't have $1 million. You may say that, but you don't actually have $1 million.
Not at all. Not even close.
And this details that really, really well. So upon signing, a manager, which is the accountant, typically takes 2.5%. That's $25,000 of $1 million. An entertainment lawyer might charge you 5%. That's $50,000. Your manager, 15 to 20%. So that's $150,000 to $200,000 on the high end. All right. So that advance of $1 million, already $275,000 of that is already spent.
Man,
it's already gone. You haven't even done anything yet, right? Next, taxes.
The government needs
taxes.
Theirs. Yeah.
Uncle Sam needs his too. So before we do anything else, you're going to be taxed, and that can vary, I would say, anywhere between 25 to 38%, depending on where you are.
So more than half of what you receive in advance is gone.
Another $270,000. So by the time we get to what money you actually keep in pocket, we're at $450,000 to $60,000. So you already lost half of the money that you thought that you were going to have in your pocket.
That's crazy.
Right? And now that you're working with a business manager, they're going to put the budget together of your living expenses, food, transportation, insurance. I mean, after all, the entire point of an advance is to help an artist get on their feet and focus their time on creating music. That's the whole point of the advance. So cost of living fluctuates. It depends on where you live. In 2022, it's a lot higher lately. So with money taxed, taken by the powers that be, and every dollar that you do have left, really you would probably want to put towards your records. Don't forget that features, production cost, the cost to record if you can't do it, at the luxury of your own home. This isn't legal advice. It shouldn't be interpreted as such. And this is to assume that this is a traditional deal where royalty rates are between 12 and 15%. And that doesn't account for taxes. So I thought that this article was very, very interesting because it gave real perspective on how someone can get their first deal and they may not do what 21 did. They may not do what Russ did. So you would want to go in with the expectation of, well, if you give me this money, how much do I actually get to keep? And then what am I going to do with the rest of the money that I have left? This is how a lot of artists end up either running up the advance, not having any money left. Then they have to figure out a way to get more money in order to complete the project.
Man.
And then you're just playing catch up. That's how you get into a 360.
360, I was about to say, yeah.
That's how you get locked down.
So you're stuck for life.
And that is how you get stuck. And then you end up having to try to recoup on your second, third album.
And eventually they shelf you.
That's another tactic too.
Man.
So really great article. It's on DJ Booth. Again, it's the first thing you should do after receiving $1 million advance. If I had $1 million, depending on the stipulations of my contract, personally, I would create a home studio for a very minimal cost. I would pay one engineer to help me handle the production side of it. Somebody that, I probably got a good vibe with, good relationship. I would try to do all my features based on relationships that I have with artists or people who I actually like, not just based off of that artist appeal or how many streams I think I can garner by doing a collaboration with that artist. The rest of my budget I would take and use it for marketing. I think that marketing is more important than anything else, because if you were to actually fail, but you did put that money into marketing you, whatever fans that you acquired, you can take with you wherever you go. But if you spent money on features, high quality production, and a lot of things that you don't need, once that money is gone, it's gone. Take that money, funnel it into yourself, grow a core audience. So even if that deal fell through, when everything's said and done, you'll still have some fans that will rock with you, for you, not for who you feature with, not for that production, not for the look, for you. So I don't know if that made you want to kind of rethink how you would structure that.
I mean, you just gave the blueprint. What you mean?
Yeah.
That's the blueprint right
that's
there.
The gym, because I a few features that I've done. I'm not gonna say that I don't regret any feature that I've actually done, but I do wish that some features that I've done, I would have taken that budget and put it into marketing.
You've had some pretty dope features.
Yeah, they've been pretty fire.
And chill people.
good people.
Yeah.
I do great artists, and I do wish I would have taken some of it and put it into marketing myself, because then it wouldn't have paid off up front, but over time I would have definitely reaped more benefits being a solo independent act. So I'm just gonna move over straight to the next topic. And I was debating on whether or not I wanted to speak on this or not, because I really wasn't sure.
I feel like every 3 days we're speaking on something like this with this person.
Yeah. So Dababy had a brand new felony assault charge, and of course, to most people, this isn't new. Did you watch the video about that assault charge
With the property owner?
Right.
Yes, I did.
Okay. What'd you think of that video?
Now, are you saying it was called for? Is that what you're asking me? Or are you asking, what are you asking exactly?
So from what I saw,
because there's like two different snippets. It's like, so what I saw was one of his maybe security guards or close friends grabbing the property owner and pulling him away from the Lamborghini that he was inside while shooting the video, because he was trying to shut the video down, and in the midst of them, you know, being in certain moments. And then there's another video where they have him screaming out racial slurs. And when I say him, I mean the property owner. Okay. So I don't know. I can't connect the dots. I don't know if it's the same video. I didn't look and see if it was the same outfit that he had on, or, you know.
So I don't know if it was the same time frame.
Yeah.
But I did see where the property owner, from how the video looked, he assaulted someone, and then
they said he spat in his face.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, no, that's called for.
I saw him coming at him. He retaliated.
I didn't see any, I didn't see any spit.
But he didn't hit him.
I didn't see a Rondo on Chris Paul type of thing. I just saw, I don't know.
I mean, then I heard Dababy in the background like, oh, don't worry, don't hit him. We got it on camera. Yeah. He's like, I mean, he sounds very confident that we have the situation.
So that was who was saying, don't do it to him, don't do it to him?
Yeah.
I didn't know who that was. All right.
See, and that's why I feel like context is so important, because if you were to just read the headline without watching the video, you would just think that he just got into a fight with somebody. Else, it wasn't even him. It was an associate, and the associate didn't even hit him.
Yeah.
Looking at the video.
Him away. Yeah.
And that's all alleged. Don't go in the comments like,
man, we don't have the full video.
We don't know. We weren't there. All we can speak on is what we saw. And not to say that even the property owner, he may have well been within his rights to do whatever it is that he was doing,
because it is his property.
Yeah, we don't know, but we're just going, based off of what we can see.
Yeah. And
then also my opinion of that situation, and my opinion is not to be debated.
Yeah, it's nothing for you guys to speak on. It's what I think. You can converse with your other friends or people online about it, but what we see and what we feel about it is what we see and what we feel about it.
Yeah. Exactly, and then whatever you see and what you feel about it is what you think, and it's whatever you think.
To the people.
It's that's respectable. But really, when I saw this, a bigger topic came up to me, and it had me thinking. So at this point, if you're an entertainer, then public opinion will eventually affect your bottom line. It does affect the money that you make.
Not even eventually. Right nowadays, it's right away.
Right away, actually,
because how he lost all of those shows before, from everything that was going on. It was instant. Right after that Rolling Loud moment that he had, everything after that cancel. No more Dababy. No, like, he had to build his way back up just to get this little bit that he has now going again. But he lost a lot of money. And
we seen from his self-defense charges with his shooting, from that to homophobic slurs.
Man.
We saw, fighting with the mother of your child, her brother.
To the new one, fighting your own artist.
Fighting, I mean,
at a show, at a venue.
At a show, at a venue.
With cameras and executives around, like.
Wrong place and time.
Man.
You have to move smarter than that. But at the same time, it had me thinking about the stand-up that Dave Chappelle did, where he was saying that this man killed another black man. Self-defense.
Yeah.
He killed another black man, and that actually propelled his career even further. But that's how rap works sometimes. That's how rap works. Most of the time, actually. But then when he discredited these group of individuals, it was like, get them out of here.
Yeah.
So the point that Dave was trying to make is that we should have had that same energy
for someone committing murder,
whether it be self-defense or whether it be an agitated situation where maybe he was the aggressor. And this, he already went to court for it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, and from what we know, it was self-defense.
Yeah, but he got off, so.
Yeah. So, we know that he's been in controversy after controversy, and I was trying to be as objective as possible and understand some of the incidents, because I know that in some of them I may have behaved in the same manner, because I know myself.
And he's still relatively new to the whole fame thing, so he has to grow more accustomed to reacting a certain way in certain situations.
Do you feel like there's a smear campaign going on for the baby right now?
It's not even just him. Yes, there's a few artists and people in general.
It almost seems like it was like a lot of this stuff was calculated.
Distraction.
Because it's like headline after headline after headline.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone introduces footage that, in my opinion, really was not that relevant.
I read a post. Someone was saying, I think he was speaking on it, have y'all noticed how they're trying to get me out of here? And someone was saying, now that you have your own and you're making most of your money, you don't have need for them. So now they have to try to mess up what you have going for you.
Hey, look,
I don't know if it's true or not,
but it just seems way too organized to be a coincidence that all these blogs, that all these major publications are just coming like every week. It's a new one. It's a new one.
They're trying to blackball him, but he's too big to blackballed.
And not to say that some of these things he didn't bring upon himself.
He definitely did.
But a lot of these past incidents, some of them made him the person that you want to see. And a lot of people want to see him fail now. A lot of people want to see him fail in the public eye. But I feel like you got to give him some grace. Just because if someone apologized, like Terry Crews did, for example, it's not really up for anyone to say whose apology is sincere or it's not sincere.
Yeah.
You have to give people time and them to show you through their actions whether or not they actually meant what they apologized for.
Well, lately people just want you to kiss their feet afterwards for a certain amount of time. You can't just apologize and really be sincere about it. You have to apologize and then kiss ass for months to years afterwards. And not to offend anyone, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and in this situation, and especially for Dababy right now, prayers to him. I really do hope that he kind of figures this situation out, because
this is putting food on your table, man.
Right, and to an extent, some of these things you can circumvent. Some of these things you can avoid.
Yeah,
you got to move different. You gotta take precaution. You can definitely do better if that was what you wanted to do. So I'm not just gonna put it all on all these situations. You can't avoid everything, but you can definitely change your reaction.
Yeah.
And
we don't know the full story or the full outlook on things.
These are all just opinions.
Yeah.
With that Rolling Stone article where they released the footage. When I was looking at that footage, I just want to add more context there. It looked like the man who he killed, and he was a 19-year-old boy, I believe his name was Jalen. He killed him, but prior to that, his friends were coming up to Dababy saying, "Oh, we know who you are. We know your music."
He was being followed for a little bit.
Right. So it wasn't like they just came up to him aggressive, but they were saying, "Hey, we know you. We know your music." I think when it happened, he may have gotten a little physical,
on
like,
edge.
"Hey, back up." But then Jalen came back. 19-year-old came back. He flashed him a gun. So
there was a small tussle before.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know why they released that. It's not like it adds. It doesn't give more context to the situation.
You said before, a smear. It's possibly a smear. Because after all this time, what good does that do you?
It doesn't change anything. Yeah. I saw that some people were saying that he needs to be like retried for it, but no matter how you look at it, and that's not to take away from the victims, because a life was lost.
A life was
that day.
And yeah, that's
somebody's child.
And prayers to the family and friends.
That's somebody's baby.
Yeah.
So that, not to take away from that, but in a situation, you put yourself in that situation.
Someone flashes a weapon at you.
You flash a gun at me.
That's life threatening.
When you do that, you have two things that you can do. It's either going to be fight or flight.
And they were in a state where it's stand your ground, I believe.
So you can do that. He must have been in Florida. Now, the thing is, if you give me that option, I'm going to choose me every single time.
Yeah.
Self-defense, whether it was agitated by myself or not, if you try to kill me or give me the inkling that that's your intention, I'll kill you first. That's really how I feel about it. I'm sure anybody...
And he was there with the mother of his child and his daughter.
Yeah. So that doesn't... Again, I don't want that to take away from the fact that life was lost. Yeah. Life was lost. And that's a very serious thing. It's just like, we already got past it. There was no real purpose of bringing it back up. There wasn't anything more that you can gain from it. I didn't feel like it gave me a different perspective. It just showed me a little bit. It gave me more insight to how the situation came about. That's all it did. It didn't do anything for the victim's family. It didn't do anything for the baby. It really, honestly, just didn't make sense to even put it out.
And that's the point.
Which is why, again, I go back to this looks like a smear campaign. But I could be wrong. Maybe that's a conspiracy theory. I have a bunch of those.
We'll let you all debate.
Yeah, y'all could decide whether or not, but it is what it is. Again, I hope that man stays out of trouble.
Stay blessed, man.
Yeah.
You're in a great position.
Be up. Just try to do better. People are watching you. There are people that look up to you. You may not.
There are people out there watching you that don't look up to you. They want you to fail. So remember, respond and react to certain situations a certain way. There's always a camera somewhere when you're that big.
And a lot of people they always say that they're not role models, or they didn't really ask to. If greatness is thrust upon you, you didn't have to ask for it. Once it's thrust upon you, it's thrust upon you. You're.
It's a responsibility.
That's it. You didn't have to ask for it. It's just in you. Yeah. So whether you like it or not, it's there. And everything that you do, everything that you say, there's going to be bigger repercussions than the average person.
You sound like you were reading him his rights.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Hey, man. All right, so we in Vegas. I don't know if y'all know, but we in Vegas. It's not that lit. But over the weekend.
Shout out to the city of sin, man.
Man,
it's not that lit.
It's not that lit.
It's because we old heads, bro.
Nah, look. The biggest draft in NFL history. 262 players joining the ranks of professional football.
And that's due to HBCUs being available to get drafted, those players too. So yeah, clap it up for that.
And this was the first draft in Las Vegas ever. All right. Nah, I was inside. People was out. I was inside like a lame. Tim, you was there.
I went. Yeah.
You was there.
I went.
And tell me about it. I don't even know what happened.
It was pretty chill.
All right.
It was a lot of people, a lot of fans. When you're into sports and stuff like that, it's a cool event to do. So the way I felt about it was, will they ever do something or have something like this outside of the Super Bowl that will be here within the next 2 to 3 years or something like that? Will Vegas have something like that again if we're going to be still, living in the city? So I just had to go to it. The first round was pretty whack because my team didn't have a pick. A lot of players went at certain positions that I found baffling, but GMs are GMs, teams are teams. I guess they want and saw what they wanted out of certain players. Outside of that, the people, it was a lot of people there. A lot of people. I believe they said it was over 50,000 people, possibly.
Boy,
it was like right behind the link, the parking lot for the link connected to the Cromwell parking lot as well, I believe. So it's pretty dope.
Red carpet event.
Yeah, they had one, but I didn't go see. I wasn't a part of that. I saw something about it though.
All right, cool. It was 2 days, right?
3.
3 days?
Yeah, 3.
Okay. Shit. Well,
It was chill. I don't really have so much to say.
Like,
it was chill.
Man, I ain't really got much to talk about.
You know, some young people. Woo! No, bro. It was chill.
It was chill. All right, cool. Hopefully, you know, we'll see more events like that in the city.
Your Saints made a great pick.
I saw.
Your Saints, yeah. That wide receiver.
They all right.
Y'all gonna do good. Give us some time.
We gonna see. I didn't want to, bro.
Y'all were doing good before James got hurt,
bro. Dang, man.
What?
I don't know. I know we talked about the Ben Simmons thing.
Yeah, man. I don't even want to.
A little bit off the A. Okay. Now you don't have to respond to this, but they said Doc Rivers got a choke fetish. Why they did him like that?
Y'all gotta understand.
Why they did him like that, bro?
Y'all putting it on the coach, but really the coach just gives you an outline of what you need to do to win against this team. You, as the players, as the actual team, have to execute that plan. People put it off on the coach. Yeah, part of it is him, but you got to understand, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and all of them, they were a big reason for that choke as well. And I believe that's the reason why Chris Paul is trying to prove his point that he could lead a team to a championship right now harder than he's ever has before, because he has to prove himself as well. So part of the blame is his, but Doc, that's a legendary Hall of Fame coach, bro. He's like top 3 in wins for coaches.
Do you think he gets to keep his job?
For the Sixers, They made it to the next round. Now, they may get into a little muddy water because Joel Embiid fractured his orbital bone. So he's going to miss about 2-3 games. So we'll see. And I forget who they're facing this round. But outside of that, he did a great job.
Okay.
Especially with Ben Simmons not playing this year, you got to really. He's done a great job coaching these players. So
we got it. Since we already brought it up,
I
figured he didn't want to talk about it.
We over this shit.
Does Ben Simmons not care about basketball?
No.
Is water wet?
Is it? Because, let Ben Simmons tell it. No.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Him and Kyrie.
My man's, seriously though, don't even, not in this conversation. Ben is his own person. He's had back issues and alleged, supposed mental health issues. I don't know him as a person. I'm not in his immediate life. I only see him on the court. So we got to give him a break if he's really dealing with some stuff. You don't know who he's lost in his life, what he's been through, or anything like that. We just expect these people to be superhuman because they're getting paid all this money and they're in front of cameras dribbling the ball for a living. So who really knows?
All right. I'm not going to say anything else. But honestly, I tried to skip some of the basketball topics. I was like, man, it ain't nothing good out there.
Yeah, no.
Ain't nothing
good. You got to wait until the conference championships.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Man.
Memphis been going off, though.
Who?
Memphis Grizzlies.
Yes, they do.
John Moran is the truth.
Shout out to Memphis.
Yo. They been going on. Everybody else you expected it. But then.
It was funny. Hurley was trying to get me to watch the Memphis game with him.
Yeah. Yeah?
I didn't do it. No.
Today?
He
bro, was. It was a close game. You see that?
I didn't.
They lost by 1 to the Warriors.
This morning, okay, I was.
Spoiler alert. If anybody.
No, shit already.
No, I know.
Yeah. I went to the gym, and then I had to do some errands.
Start working out.
Run around.
Keep talking about the gym.
Yep.
Yeah. 6-pack.
Oh yeah, we out for the summer.
Yeah.
We out. Pod boys, we out.
Pod boys for life.
Splash Brothers, we out. We out here. Where y'all see us for the summer. Say something.
Man.
Say something.
Say something.
We're actually pretty cool people.
Chill.
Damn, I lost him. Oh, okay. I was gonna watch you with him.
Yeah.
I just got caught up with a bunch of different shit, but I did see the highlights and I was like, fuck.
Amazing game, right?
Really good. Yeah.
Yo.
Really good.
People have to realize how young this Grizzlies team is. Now we expect it from the Warriors.
Yeah.
The Warriors are, but for them to contend like this throughout the league, throughout the season, and then get here, and
it's phenomenal.
Man.
Yeah.
Yo, they saying John Morant might be better than AI ever was. And listen,
y'all say a lot.
No. See, you don't know Baby D. That's why you talking like that. John Nice, bro. He the truth. He for real the truth. And if you see how hard his dad is on him, he'll score 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. His dad would be like, he was trash this game.
He did say that, bro. I saw that. Yeah.
And that's why he's that nice.
You know what? Me and Hurley had talked about that. He was like, "Well, that's the kind of parent you are." I'm like, "Nigga,
stop being so sensitive."
Yeah, he got to say it with his chest.
That's why he executes at a high level every game.
Yeah,
from that kind of parenting. So
yeah, they gonna eat your ass up in these comments.
Man,
I'm about to clip that.
Man,
oh,
I'm
man.
just saying.
No,
he's balling out.
He is,
and he said he loves that. He needs that because it makes him better. So everybody that's gonna chew my ass out, think about what he had to say about it. He loves that from his dad because his dad. He said it. His dad is his first hater, and if his dad was his first hater and he's this great now, when everyone else hates on him or says anything, all you do is motivate him to grow. So that's amazing. So
I ain't never had nobody. My dad hate on me. So
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the
yeah. Yeah.
No, stop, bro.
I ain't have no haters like that.
Yeah,
I ain't had no haters.
Yeah,
Niggas,
you had a good support system.
Niggas support me too goddamn much.
Yeah, man, that's love.
I'm just, yeah. I need more haters.
No, you got a lot.
No, yeah. They don't know what we.
Yeah.
This is like, do you have them or not?
Nah,
we got some. Yeah, I mean, I think that everybody do. You know what? I wonder if the person that looked like me. Since everybody has one person in the world, like everybody got a Perkio.
Man, oh man,
everybody got one, bro.
Man, yeah. And they were just clowning him. They were like, he looks nothing like Dirk,
bro. He ain't close enough.
Yeah, like a nephew.
Y'all niggas seen body doubles.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, he could definitely do the stunt.
Man.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas seen him.
Yeah.
You know, if the bullet ain't, Perkio, it ain't gonna hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you were saying you wonder what yours looks like?
I wonder if he would hate me. I just felt like that reminded me.
Would you hate him?
Probably.
Cause motherfucker, you out here looking like.
Yeah, I probably would.
I don't know how you carrying yourself out here.
You know what's funny? Cause if a person meets me, and they don't like me, I was like, damn. If I met me, I probably wouldn't like me.
If I were you, I wouldn't like me either.
No, for real.
Yeah.
I really be thinking that, so I probably would dislike this nigga. I'd be like, get his confident ass out of here. You so great for it.
No, how I feel about that though is how Kanye felt about that. Why should I have to bring myself down and walk around moping and stuff and not believe in myself for somebody else to be comfortable? That's
actually because I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna get serious. That is something that I wonder about, but like, okay, so you think how do you think your self-esteem is?
Mine is moderate, and sometimes it shoots down.
Okay.
But I'm in my head a lot, so.
Do you think if
I'm hard on myself.
If 100 people told you that you not shit, do you think that you would believe it?
I already think that, so I'll be like, hey.
Oh, really?
Join the line.
Okay. I mean, for me, I do believe that
it'll hurt you a little bit.
It'll probably bother me, but I think what bothers me more is like what I think about myself more than anything else, because this is how I felt about, like, you know how like sometimes it's really hard to just say no to people?
Yeah.
Like you want to just tell someone no, but you don't want to disappoint them?
Yeah, it used to break my heart.
And yeah, but sometimes by not saying no, people take advantage of it.
Exactly.
And that's the problem.
And that, bro, man, that's a whole nother day.
I would look in the mirror though, and I would think, okay, well, if I had to disappoint somebody, I'd rather it be someone else than disappoint myself.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm left alone with my own thoughts.
Yeah.
And whatever I think about me is going to matter.
Now, it had to have taken you time to get there.
Yeah.
Because it took me years.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't happen overnight. I feel like for a long time, you want to please people. And
you're making it, when you are doing that for someone, you're making it worse for them because they never have the opportunity to be under pressure and grow.
That's true.
So you're making them weaker, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you enable somebody, they'll never be able to.
They'll always have their hand out.
Yeah, they'll never be able to actually grow. So you definitely don't want to to ever do that.
And no, we're not speaking about anyone specifically. We're just talking about some stuff that we've encountered through our lives.
This is in general.
That was random.
Yeah,
it's completely off of where we have to go.
Yeah, I feel like people probably have dealt with the same types of insecurities or self-esteem issues,
depression, anxiety, sadness, stress. It's all real
that most of us go through. Because I mean, I definitely
and we're taught to walk around like nothing bothers us.
I've had my fair share. Like I was talking about when that one day that we was at like PTs, and I was saying how like toxic like masculinity is like a real thing, because from a young age, if you're a boy and you fall and you cry, get up. You a man, right?
Some people get hit in their chest. That's what we're taught.
My thing is that's not right. Like, let the boy cry. It's nothing wrong with being sensitive. You don't have to keep all your emotions bottled up to be a man.
Bad things happen.
And if you do that, you're gonna either implode or you're gonna explode. And no matter which way that it happens,
something bad happens to someone.
Yeah, something bad happens.
Yeah.
So you should never take that lightly. If you feel anything, don't suppress your emotions. If you're a man, I don't care what society says.
Man,
we need to stop doing that.
You need someone to vent to.
Yeah.
And even if it's just talking to yourself sometimes. Walk around the house talking to yourself. Man, I can't believe they did that to me.
I do that all the time. I do that shit all the time. But that's therapy.
Yeah,
if you think about it,
it's getting it off of your conscience and off of your chest. So
people just sit there and listen to you talk and watch you work out your problems. And you know what the funny thing about therapy is? If you ever tried to ask a therapist, when do you need to stop coming, they could never give you an answer. So therapy
I would never trust a therapist. So
therapy is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
But you can literally work out your issues internally, and not to.
It would be a lot better. It's just for a personal.
Personal preference. I work out my issues
internally, but with self.
Yes,
basically.
with self, as opposed to speaking to someone else.
Yeah.
I would just prefer to do it myself.
Makes sense.
I don't know how we got there. We just started going on, man.
You know what we do, though.
So, the other topic that I want to talk about, and may not be very important. DDG ignites a generational hip hop war, saying that rappers today are 10 times better. So he was saying that right now, if you in your car, you're not playing Biggie, you're not playing Pac.
I thought he was saying music was 10 times better. And it's all subjective. So
what he was saying is that hip hop is the number one genre in the world, and it didn't get. You know what? Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Hip hop, I feel like, is in a much more marketable space, and in fact,
it's bigger than it's ever been.
If pop music is just pop culture, then I feel like hip hop is the new pop.
The number one, yeah.
Yeah, it's not urban music. Hip hop is pop. All right. But at this point, it is bigger than it was in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And to a certain degree, I feel like the sound, like everything, like sonically, has been taken a step further. What a lot of people are talking about is like, oh, we don't have as many lyricists anymore. But they're wrong. I guarantee you, I could put you on some lyrical artists.
Yeah.
I know some great lyrical artists.
They just don't get as much shine as they should.
And if they don't get as much... I don't know about anybody else. I don't listen to the radio,
man,
and I don't go off of even with
popular demand.
Yeah, and I don't go off of algorithms. I don't even like to have too many things saved because I don't want to have music recommended to me. I go and look for music, but I could give you a list of wonderful artists who are lyrical and their music is amazing. Like we can go to like the Kenny Masons, or we could go to like the Rayvon that we had played, or we could go to like IDK, or we can go to like a Rex Life Raj. You know, we can go to like a Mick Jenkins.
You're talking about current Rex or old Rex?
Current Rex, that nigga still.
I haven't heard anything lately. I listened to one song actually recently.
Actually, nah. We just because of that, I gotta
bring it up.
I gotta play a little bit of Rex Life. This nigga is.
No, he's been amazing.
Man.
We've been rocking with him though. So
yeah, hold up, man.
I believe you put on everybody.
This shoe, yeah. This is probably my favorite track that I've heard from him this year. This nigga's just dropping so many gems in this record. It's like actually ridiculous how many gems he dropped. Yep. How you choose to handle it? What? Balance. Tightrope walking, but I'm.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I'm about to play this in the car.
Balance. Yep. Tightrope walking, but balance.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. I was asleep. All right.
That yeah,
All right.
that's
Wake up, nigga. Wake up. Yeah, I was
That's-
asleep. Yeah, I was asleep. Yeah, that was fire.
Ooh, yeah, that's about shit. And Grip is another one. Definitely love him. New album from God, man, I can't think of his name right now. Hold on.
It's a complete album, not an EP.
Yes. Ridville. Learn to swim. Complete album. I'm sorry to get off topic, but
Trying to put
what
on
we're
new artists.
what we're getting at
Yeah.
is there are a
Lyrical
lot of
people.
lyrical artists who are doing a really, really good job right now. And I'm not saying that the artists that we're playing have the same impact
or they're going to be
as
perfect fits for you all.
Right.
It's just something to look at when you have extra time in your day.
right, because you can go to an artist like Reggie for example. I love Reggie. There's a lot of new artists out here right now that are wonderful acts. They're amazing, and they don't have to be Tupac or Biggie, but hip hop is in a better place than it was in the
Yes.
90s, in early 2000s.
Way better.
In my opinion. It's a much better place.
I remember when Lil Yachty was comparing Drake to Pac.
Yeah.
See, you've been rocking with this kind of sound. Is he from the South?
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Actually, I'm not sure where he's
I
from.
feel like he's from that Georgia area or something like that.
Yeah, man. Look, and I'm a big fan of soulful rap,
Something close to like Shmino, Andre 3000 kind of.
and that's exactly the type of.
Yeah.
And we just. I don't know if anybody knew these artists. If you didn't, I recommend highly recommend to check them out. But the point being made is that usually the main argument of new hip hop is that they say it's a bunch of mumble rap and it's all this other
It's
stuff.
really not.
It's really not. That's just what you choose to listen to. That's what you're dialed into. But that's not what I'm dialed into. That's not what you hear when you get in my car. And some of that stuff is amazing. Not to take away from it.
Yeah.
Some of it is actually really, really,
Dope.
really good. I would say that your ear is not sonically trained to hear that sound, but the kids that are coming up, this is what they
love
grew
it.
up on.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff, it really gets off. Like, especially like go back to the Future Project and then look at all the artists that do similar cadences, have this, look at what that birthed.
Future started that, yeah. Future started that.
And it's going to keep growing and the sound will keep changing. But if you don't like that sound, bro, it's like 1,000 other sounds that you can go, that you can find. It's some amazing artists.
Man.
You know what I'm
man.
doing. It's some amazing
Not
artists
again.
out. It's some amazing artists out here right now. Woo. Oh, he in my top 3. He in my top 3.
Oh, he got up there now?
Oh yeah, no, for real. My top 3 right now.
Isn't this the one that we heard before it dropped, like a year before it dropped, that he wanted to put Drake on? Is this that one? Nah. Remember that? Oh, man.
You want to play that one?
Yes.
Hold up.
This, man.
You still gotta die, goofy niggas.
We gotta go to the tour this time. My bad for last time. We gotta go this time.
Huh?
We gotta go this time.
Go where?
Whenever he pop up, we gotta show out.
Oh yeah. Hey man, St. John, if this somehow gets to you, please somebody let St. John know.
Man.
He was in Vegas recently, man. When you
I had
come
just
back
got a
to
promotion,
Vegas,
man, and we had to miss it. Like, my bad.
when you come back to Vegas, I got an Ace of Spades bottle with your name on
Man.
it, St. John.
Rock with us.
Let us know, man. I got you. I feel like I missed too many shows. I should have been at every single show.
We wanted to go to the California one, the Vegas one.
Man,
Like, it was like one in Anaheim or San Diego.
my
or something.
bad. The
Man.
last one was a club appearance that he had did. And I was just
You almost ran into him in New York when you was out there. Remember?
yeah. Him, Jadena almost ran
Jadena,
into.
yeah.
really quick while it's on my brain.
I'm waiting for him to drop another project.
Absolutely, and hopefully soon. Every time I go to New York, I go to Afro Punk Fest. Usually really, really cool. That's where I actually first heard Lil Sims. Lil Sims was on Twitter the other day, and she was typing about doing a tour in the U.S., but she was saying how as an independent act, because the money comes out of her own pocket, it would put her in not the best financial place to be able to tour in the U.S., and that kind of bummed me out because when I saw Lil Sims at Afropunk, and this must have been like, God, I can't, 2017, I want to say, maybe even a little bit prior to that, it was really, really amazing. I loved it, and that's how I was introduced to you in the U.S. So, Lil Sims, want to see you again. You're a phenomenal artist. I mean, you put out amazing bodies of work. I don't even know if Kendrick talked about how great that she was. And this is all to tie back. I know that we're super long-winded, but this is to tie back into DDG's point. Just because I just want to make note that there are some, and she's from the UK, I believe. There is some phenomenal talent out in the world. All the artists that I'm playing, they have very different sounds. They have very different backgrounds and aspects, and all the music that they're making is phenomenal. Yeah. And I do believe that hip hop is in a better place than it was, but we're only in a better place because of the ones that came before us. Yeah. So we have to bear that in mind. So thank you to the Pacs, the Jay-Z's, the Biggies, the MC Lights, the Lauryn Hills, the Fugees. Thank you. Because
and
if it wasn't,
forgive us for getting and leaving out certain people.
Yeah, I'm freestyling, but thank you because of what these people did, the Run DMCs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because of what they did, we're able to thrive the way that we are now, and I think that music is in a much better place. And but two things again can be true at the same time. I don't just think that it's just outright like, oh, this artist is better than this artist. I'm not saying that. No. I'm just saying the place that music is in. Yeah. All right. And again, what you tune into, what you listen to,
it's your favorite show stuff.
Yeah. If you feel like you down in the bullshit, hit my DM. I'll put you on some shit. And anybody who knows me, a lot of people don't fuck with me that much anymore, but they know my playlist.
Man, stop it.
No, but they know.
No, yeah, it's fire.
But they know my ear for music. Yeah. And I'm glad that we're doing this podcast now, because there were artists that I put a lot of people on that blew up, and I wish I could have been documented saying that.
Joyner Lucas.
Smino
now, IDK,
Doja Cat.
Oh yeah, you called her before the Move stuff. The Move, you called her before that. Who else is
St. John?
St. John especially. He blew out of nowhere. The way he blew though, man, that's the biggest one out of all those people.
Russ
I feel like
Russ. You know, it's funny how Russ was saying that he was DMing a bunch of people. Yeah, Russ, if you go back into your DMs,
he hit you up.
I DM'd you for a feature, and this is back when you were on Twitter and you had probably less than 1,000 followers, bro. Check it. I'm just saying, when it comes to my musical palette and my ear, I really have called a lot of great artists. Boogie, I've called a lot of great artists.
Westside Boogie.
Yep, Grip. I'm just saying, but he's still on the up. Yeah. Look, Kenny Mason. Yeah. I've called a lot of these. I'm just saying names that I'm going off of now because
and they might not be big to y'all, but y'all gotta understand where they started. Kenny Mason worked with Kanye West, and you feel me? Like, these people are working with the biggest artists in the history of the game.
Give them, and I got a few more, and I'm gonna play their music, and I'm gonna promote all these artists
as he has been doing.
And I've been doing this for
10 years.
For so long. Yeah. This was the one that he wanted Drake on, which is actually one of my favorite songs. And that ends the DDG thing. I was just trying to wrap that up real nicely, man. Hey, bro.
Yeah,
this is a better price.
It's a late night ride right here.
That's not changed. Like I'm trying to win a Heisman. Then you say, and the Sprite came. Woo. Am I still sharing my location with you?
Patient with you. Hey.
Too high to have a rotation with Drake you. I love you on occasion, but you fuck it away too much. You fuck it away too much.
Man.
You like to play too rough.
All right. We get the gist. Hits.
Oh,
Hits after
you
hits.
all in your feels.
Look.
I cover the bills. Oh, what a thrill. Man.
Clap it up for all the artists that we spoke on today.
Yeah, man. I was going to do...
for the ones we missed out.
Oh, shoot.
Left out.
You know what? There was more new albums, and somebody I want to get to. I should get to Red Veil, but...
the ones I knew of were Kehlani, Future, Rush dropped a little EP, Wale dropped that old one.
Yeah.
More About Nothing is on platforms now. And Blast. Those are all the ones I listen to.
Cool. This is another new act. I was just looking at his color show. He goes by the name of Nana. All right. We're going to go ahead and just a little quick something for y'all. For all the people who feel like there is no lyrical artist, I just want to be able to provide you with a little bit more
options.
Yeah, you're a little bit more options. Holla at me, man. I really I love putting people on to brand new music from great artists. Some of my favorite things to actually do.
I hear he drew inspiration from Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, this nigga's hard. I just want to give you a little.
That's inspiration from Good Kid for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you know when you hear that from your LA based artist.
Yeah.
And my ear is not biased. I go to LA. I'm from the South, so
worldwide.
You'll get your samples, and it could be from South America, Argentina, if you wanted to be. It could be some Caribbean vibes. It could be drill. It could be grime. I could switch it up to a lot of different styles of just, whatever it is that I want to hear at the time. So there's great music out there. I'm thinking about doing a playlist for our podcast, Zero Deficit playlist. And I think I might start incorporating that. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want that. I can orchestrate that and start putting new music in there from brand new acts. And I can keep up with that.
What genres?
It probably will be like a mixed bag: rap, hip hop, R&B, soul, alternative. I really just get whatever it is that I feel like doing. I throw it in there. I'm trying to think, man. I want to end on something that like kind of feels that kind of feels good. So
there was nothing else going on in the industry. In the world?
No, man. I think we go. Where we at? $110. I think we good.
Effortlessly,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hey. We getting out of here, man. It's late. We tired. We done worked hard all week,
man,
to bring y'all this. I hope you appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
We did it just for y'all.
Thank you for coming.
Zero Deficit, episode 3. This is gonna be number 1 for some of y'all.
I was about to say, but not really.
But yeah. Shout out to all the listeners. First time, last time. We'll see you around. And I'm doing good.
We doing great.
Doing great. Just wait till tomorrow. I'm doing better.
Hey.
All right.
One love.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, man.